Hello my beautiful Virgos and welcome. My name is Ariane. You are on my channel Tune in Serenity, and today we're doing a tarot love reading for Virgo's Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So if this is for you, if this is you, welcome. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. So I am currently doing a zodiac series of love readings, meaning that I am doing a video similar to this for every single sign of the zodiac about any love messages about their love life, or maybe even self-love that they may need to hear at this time, okay? So I may have written something, I will probably have written something kind of connected to what came through in the title of the video, but right now for me, I have no idea what kind of message we're going to get. I'm just putting the intention that this is a love reading for you, so almost anything can come out, okay? Also, I am putting the intention that these readings are for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, so if you feel called to, you like the way that I read, I invite you to check out your other signs as well. I will link the playlist to all of these signs, okay? And the moment I'm recording this, it is Libra season, and it is almost to the end. You know, I've started doing this kind of for Libra season without me realizing, because, you know, Libra is ruled by Venus and it's about love and relationships, so it just felt very on brand and aligned for me to do readings like this, because I don't always do them. And I'm gonna continue on with the zodiac series. I'm gonna do something similar next month, but I'm gonna have a different theme that will be more aligned with the archetype of Scorpio, because we will be in Scorpio season. Okay, now it's kind of almost Scorpio season, it's late in Libra season, so I'm, you know, by the time the last few videos are out, it's not going to be Libra season anymore, but that was the intention and the vibe. And yeah, and I've also started doing this series like in the backwards order of the zodiac. So I started with Pisces, and then Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and I'm with you now, Virgo. Okay, so let's just get into your reading. Enough talking about all this on my part. I'm of service to you today through this reading, and I'm excited for it, okay? I also want to say, because I thought maybe that would be relevant to your reading, we'll see if it is, but I took a couple of days break between recording Libra and then you, because I felt really tired and I needed to kind of replenish and nourish myself, and now I feel fully rested and excited and ready, so I just thought maybe that would be relevant to your reading, but we'll see. So we're starting out with this card, which I pre-pulled, okay, from the Lover's Oracle, and all the decks I'm using today will be listed down below. As usual, I always do this. I didn't look at what was written on it, and then we're going to start by reading this, and then after that we'll get into the tarot and really get into the nitty-gritty, because that's what this is about, right? I like going in depth in my readings. So look at this beautiful image that you got. Let's see what's written here. It says, "My love, even if we have to be physically separated, we are always spiritually united, because love transcends space and time. Scarcity does not exist." And it was 3:33 on the recording time when I finished saying that, so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Oh, damn it. I made the mistake of clicking on my phone to refocus, and I realized eventually that when I do that, even once during the reading, it's just, I have to keep redoing it every time I go from like up close to the whole thing. So now I've done that to myself for this video. But anyway. Okay, so seems like this is a spiritual connection for you of love, and this person is saying to you, or the energy of love is saying to you, I'm always here, even if you don't see me, or don't always feel me, or don't always believe in me. Wow, 2 aces. And I will say, the direction that the reading seems to be going in with this first card, even though I have been doing love readings for all the signs, this is like the first sign where this is like about like straight up romantic relationship and like spiritual romantic relationship, right? So I'm interested, curious to see where this will go. using the Tarot of the Divine right now. I was seeing a lot of blues and greens before recording your reading. Do I want this? Yes. Okay. I'm not even sure how I'm doing this spread. Like almost everything I've been doing it the same. Now I'm kind of not, which is totally fine, but that's just like an observation. Maybe that's because I took a little break. I was kind of recording the other ones back to back. Wow. Okay. It was intense. Intense for an intense card. I wanted to be like, I'm here. Okay, anything else? Okay, let's stop here. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we have 3 of the 4 aces, first of all, which is just crazy. I mean, if you know tarot, or if you've been watching enough of these kinds of videos, you would know already that aces represent new beginnings, new offers, new opportunities, which seems to be great. Okay, usually they are like potent opportunities. Yeah, so Ace of Coins here, clarified by the Chariot in reverse. Seven of Coins clarified by the Tower. Ace of Cups, the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Swords, the Queen of Coins in reverse, the 5 of Cups, and the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yes, okay. I find it very interesting that the 7 of Coins and the Tower, there is fire on both of them. See that? They're together. So there's something, I am sensing that there's some kind of, I'm hearing went up in flames. There's some kind of, maybe even betrayal or some ish happened in the past. I don't know if it was directly connected to a romantic connection. It could have just been like something else went up to flames in your life. Yeah, I'm seeing the like that some of you might have been with someone else for a long time, and then this person came in and kind of shook up your world, and it kind of, yeah, kind of effed up your marriage is what I'm hearing. Okay. And there's something about like a climax, a breaking point, not climax in the sexual sense, but like a breaking point. It's like something was stagnant in your life for a long time, and then something or someone came along and was just like, bam, I'm here, and kind of shook up everything. And it is true that there was some kind of divine purpose in them arriving into your life. Yeah. Oh, I just heard you hate that you love them. Oh. Oh, this is fascinating. Okay. This is not your kind of typical, I'm longing for my divine partner who doesn't come back to me kind of scenario. This is like, yeah, I'm hearing Scorpio Venus. Yeah. Some of you may have Scorpio Venus, and I could definitely see that playing here, but yeah, okay. How do I articulate this? Someone is like, I'm hearing Black Swan, which by the way is a great song by BTS, but also a movie. I've never actually seen the movie, so maybe there's symbolism connected to this there. But there's something about like an outsider coming in, and then they were brought into your life to shake up your world because it needed to be shaken up. Oh, some of you are like, some of you are Taurus risings with a Scorpio descendant, which, I mean, if you're a Taurus rising, you automatically have Scorpio descendant. All Taurus risings do. But I could definitely see that dynamic playing here, because if you have this, or even if you don't, okay, even if you don't have this placement, what I'm going to say may resonate to your situation, and that's why I saw that. But Taurus rising, you know, Taurus is kind of very stable sign that doesn't really enjoy change, And so they can be very set in their ways, or they can very have like not too much going on at the same time, or not too many changes going on at the same time, and they feel comfortable in that. That is their comfort zone. But then with the descendant is the energy that they attract. They have to have Scorpio descendant, because Scorpio, yes, is a very beautiful, transformative, healing sign, yes, but it's also a very chaotic sign. And so Taurus risings tend to have very intense and chaotic and cathartic and soul transforming, sometimes in a difficult way, sometimes in a helpful way, but very intense connections and relationships with people. But it's because they have to, because their comfort zone makes them stay in the same spot for so long that they need people who are kind of like a catalyst to come into their life, to change things up and to help them evolve and change and transform and change phases in their life. Okay, but that can be difficult for them to understand and accept if they still don't accept that they need to change. And then you can have a Taurus rising person who is kind of projecting their own shadow onto their partners and making it about the partner, like something is wrong about you, the people that I attract, there's something wrong about them all the time, they're so weird, they're so like intense, they're so like they want to fuck up my life. And it's like, no, you're fucking up your own life because you're not confronting your own shadow. And there's something about like, yeah, I'm hearing Messiah, which I'm not even sure what that means exactly because I'm not really religious, but there's something about, which is why I was channeling like you hate that you love them. Because it's like you met someone who turned your life upside down and you had like a really intense and strong infatuation, potentially love with them, but it felt like an infatuation. I think that's how you're describing it now. Infatuation with them, and you made a bunch of radical changes in your life for them or because of them or because they had come into your life, and now that transition, that change was really fucking hard. And now you're blaming this other person because of it. You're like, something's wrong with you. You made me do this. It's because of you that my life is the way it is now, or that the things I've lost in my life, you know, are the way they are now. It's because of you. So you kind of hate them, but you still love them. And you're struggling a lot with how emotionally invested you are in this and how you cannot help but care or think about them or the situation all the time. Yes, there's a lot of entanglement here. Yeah, I keep wanting to be like, that's how I feel, like, and now that's how I feel that you feel. Yeah, this very like kind of an existential crisis. Yes. And I want to say, I mean, I know we're doing a reading for Virgo. I almost forgot that. Because I started talking about the archetype of Taurus and Scorpio. Of course we're doing this for Virgo. But if you're the Virgo watching, you probably have some stuff going on, or some kind of Pluto transit, or maybe you're older and you have, you know, Virgo Sun conjunct Pluto and Virgo, you know, whatever it is. But I do want to say right now, Uranus, the planet Uranus, which is the planet of sudden and change, big changes, and unconventionality, is in the sign of Taurus. So if you have Taurus placements or Scorpio placements, this is very intense transit, okay? So that could also be impacting this situation, or the fact that it's happening right now. For Virgo placements, it makes a trine. Uranus and Taurus makes a trine to Virgo placements, so which does symbolize also this kind of big changes in life, but usually in a bit of more of a harmonious way. But I don't think you're feeling the harmony right now. Yeah, because Seven of Coins and Tower, very intense cards. Very intense cards. And then Seven of Coins for me speaks, especially in this deck, speaks a lot of like, because of the imagery, adversity and competition and, you know, fights and all that type of stuff. Yeah. Which is why we have so many aces, because it was like so many new beginnings, so many new things, but then you almost feel like resentful that you took on these opportunities. Because now you're feeling like it wasn't really better for me to be here than to be where I was before. But you're actually wrong. Obviously I'm not invalidating your emotions. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel, and I see you. But there's absolutely a reason behind all of this, and there's absolutely, like, the universe is glad that you kind of took the leap of faith. And it's not like they wanted you to take the leap of faith and then, like, splash on the ground and fail. That because they don't see where you're at right now as a failure. Okay? Just because you feel bad about this does not mean that you're in the wrong place and that you're not aligned with yourself. That's kind of something you need to understand here. Okay, I'm actually going to go into the next deck, and yeah, okay. I want to ask, why did you have to go through this? Or what are you supposed to learn? Let's start with, why did you have to go through this? Why did this have to happen? Why was it important? Yeah, again, literally a card about change in reverse. I mean, come on. Why did this have to happen? Another ace? Oh my gosh, this is the only ace that we didn't have before. Crazy. You crazy girl. I keep hearing this. Oh my god, how many freaking muses are we gonna get? Jesus. Okay, well, I'm gonna take all of these cards, but I see you. Oh my gosh. Wow. At the bottom right now we have the Queen of Voices, which is the Queen of Swords. Death. Yeah, I did see it twice when shuffling, so I wanted to show you. Doesn't surprise me, because, you know, it's the transformation card. It is the Scorpio card. Or maybe I keep talking about Taurus and Scorpio because those are like the signs of this other person. Or maybe it happened during Taurus season or Scorpio season. Yeah, anyway. Which would make complete sense, because currently the lunar nodes are also in the axis of Taurus and Scorpio, meaning that during Taurus and Scorpio seasons we have the eclipses, which are really intense, really emotionally charged, and speak of big, fated, sudden changes in our lives. So that would make a lot of sense. And we are kind of going into one right now as well, starting a new one. We have an eclipse on the 25th of October, and then another one like 2 weeks after that. But you could be watching this at any time, but feels really relevant to the current energy. Okay. Here we have the Two of Materials in reverse, which is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. I love the imagery on this card, by the way. Yes, and again, I'm thinking of Taurus because of the roses. Again, please remember that I'm talking about archetypes here, because I know we're doing a reading for Virgo. You are a Virgo, you have Virgo placements, that's why you're here. But it's the energy that's coming through, so I have to talk about it. We have the Ace of Inspiration, which is the Ace of Wands, and this is, I said earlier, we have 3 of the 4 aces in the deck. This is the only one that was missing, and this is the only one that we pulled right now, which is insane. Like, I cannot believe it, but I feel like this is about, like, you felt like you had it all before this big change. You felt like you had it all. You were convinced you had it all. You were like, I have, like, the communication, I can speak up my voice, I have the money, I have, like, a good relationship or happy friendships, whatever it is, but you didn't have passion. That's what the wands are about. That spark, that passion, the fire. That's what this is literally about. And Scorpio is not a fire sign, but it does speak of deep, soulful passion. And I think you were missing that a bit. Which is why you had to be shaken up so strongly. Yeah, okay. And then 3 muses. 3 of the 4 muses. Again, we have like a 3 out of the 4 thing happening. And if you know tarot, you might be a bit confused, but this is the theme of this tarot deck, okay? It's literally the Muse Tarot, and the muses are the cards that replace the kings in this deck, okay? And I'm going to show you the card, but I want to actually look in the booklet real quick to see. Oh, see? Right there. What is the Muse? I want to look. I want to read that for you. Because clearly... Okay, it's kind of written in like a poetry kind of way at first, so if it sounds weird, just bear with me. What is the Muse? And hold on. There's the word inspire, from Latin inspirare, to breathe or blow into, to breathe in life, or to animate life by breathing the spirit, in spirit. I'm sure she's a part of my soul. I am also sure she's a part of my imagination. Yet she is somehow 100% real to me, and she is wildly brilliant. I also want to say I did notice earlier that the court, we have two queens and another queen here. There's this feminine energy, which does not necessarily mean women. There's something about feminine energy, and the fact that I even chose intuitively the Muse Tarot for you, which is a very feminine deck, and then we got 3 out of the 4 muses, which are supposed to be kings, but there's no kings in this deck. Very telling for me. There's something about reconnecting to your divine feminine, regardless of your gender. Yet she's somehow 100% real to me, and she's wildly brilliant. She is wildly brilliant. She is. Am I? Are we? Are we two sides of the same force of creation working to simply create? Is she, maybe, just the energy of inspiration? Is she, perhaps, just the ideas coming down from the others? Or, I almost said elders. Or maybe, more likely, she is simply creation itself? The energy I feel emanating from her is one of creation. Life force. The state of a thing before it slows down and becomes solid matter. The state of a thing when it is a potential, a possibility, a beautiful maybe. She shows up in a few different ways for me. Sometimes she is personified, like a deity. Sometimes she chats and teaches in human form and in my language. Then there are other times when she shows up, oh my god, she shows up not unlike a glitch in perception. Not me glitching over the pronunciation right before it says glitch in the text. Like a shift of light and shadow, like those specks of dust through filtered sunlight. Like that place I sometimes get to deep in trance or meditation when I lose myself and I see dancing lights. That place where things begin to look like sacred geometry, and where the only thing that accompanies me is all and nothing, and a profound sense of love. Could she be a figment of my imagination or a projection of my beliefs? Absolutely. Could she be the energy of the Creator God coalesced for a moment in energetic form to kiss my heart? Absolutely. Could she be an echo of the universe that resides within me? All the Creator energy from the Big Bang that I am connected with and that I come from? Yes. I'm not sure if she is deity, energy, source, or imagination. What I do know is that she shows up for us when we ask her to, and that she will guide us to our next project as needed. Whenever it is rooted in love, she is there, and she helps us to harness our own creative energy and rein it in. I know that she offers structure and goals and nudges, and that her greatest wish for us is to walk in our own essence, in a life and on a path that are our own. Could she be love? Yes, definitely. Okay, so that's what the Muse is. Okay. Something I really took from that is the part about authenticity and love, living your life from a place of love. And you see how special they are kind of sideways. So we have the Muse of Emotions on the top, and then the Muse of Voices, which are cups and swords respectively. Then Muse of Inspiration, which is wands. They're all like reflected. You see that? There could definitely be something about your shadow side here, or seeing your own reflection, looking at yourself in the mirror, figuratively, maybe literally, but I was talking more metaphorically. Yes, I think you were in a very neatly packaged conventional life. And you thought this served you. But it didn't, because you weren't being fully authentic to who you are and who you're meant to be and who you are in your heart. And this person that came along saw that. They saw your heart. Which is why it was so, you couldn't help but fall in love with them, because you felt seen. I'm hearing husband. So I think some of you had a husband, and that wasn't necessarily the case with them, with him. But it's not that they were a bad person or that they didn't love you, you never had love for them, but it's just like you're kind of meant, yeah, I'm getting Scorpio Venus again. Like, even if you don't have it, like, this is like the archetype is coming through for you. And right now, and it's like you're meant to live a life that isn't just cool, or isn't just fun, or isn't just like socially acceptable, but it's also just like your soul is awakened and you love your life to a point where you can't even describe it. It's like so profound. It's like I'm having trouble articulating it properly, because it's so deep and it's so like intangible, and it's like a very strong pull from my soul. You're meant to live a life like this. Maybe not everyone is. That's not really any of our business, right? To tell them what is their life purpose, even though we can have opinions about it. But I'm telling you, that's what the universe is saying right now in these cards. That's the kind of life that you are meant to experience. And great love and great happiness also mean great pain and great suffering and great challenge. Because it's kind of like, if you imagine an axis, right, of like how much endurance and resilience you have emotionally. The people who can only love, let's say, this much, they can also only suffer this much. But the people who suffer this much, it means that they can also love this much. Love meaning themselves, other people, and their life. And you're not meant to just have a little container, little capacity for emotions and love. No, you're meant to like have a huge one and experience emotions on such a deep, profound soul level. That's the kind of life you're meant to have. And you're settling for a life where it was just mundane, small things. And it's like, no. And now it could be difficult because maybe you're going through the suffering part. But the thing is, you're opening, this person was a catalyst in your life, but you opened up your heart yourself, okay? It's not them who made you do this. Like, it would have happened one way or another, okay? Yes. So I want to ask, yeah, now you're opening your own heart, and now you may only be experiencing the part about like the great suffering. But it also means that you have capacity for great love now. Love deeper than you ever imagined, and not necessarily just for this person. But in general, as I said, for yourself, for other people, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be with them. Because I'm not even sure if you know that's what you want, if that's what you want right now or not. Yes, I feel like these cards are all in reverse because you need to change your perspective. It's a sign of like changing the cycle. Which is why, yeah. Yeah. So we have Justice at the bottom. Okay. Rebalancing. And I'm always, this deck, okay, the Death card is like the same color, and every time I pull the Justice card, I think it's the Death card. I swear to God. But Justice is connected to Libra, right? And Libra is connected to love. And when you look at these cards upright, okay, because this is kind of like, this is accessible, attainable for you, this energy. And these cards are really gorgeous, okay? We're going to talk about them. This is all attainable for you soon, whatever, eventually. And they're only in reverse right now because they haven't been activated yet, because you're not there yet, okay? But it's like, it's within you, okay? It's as if you, like, bought this new blue shirt and now it's in your wardrobe and you haven't worn it yet, but it's there. It's in your wardrobe, it's in your possessions. But then it was really expensive or something happened with it. You're only suffering from how much it cost you right now because you haven't gotten to the joy of wearing it. Does that make sense? That was a pretty random thing. A random metaphor, but okay. You have the Sun. Yes, literally the happiest card in the tarot. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Just amazing. This card is always a great muse, even in reverse, as we said, and I explained to you why I think these cards are in reverse for you right now. This is ultimate happiness, also reconnection to your inner child. Very joyful day today. We have the Ace of Emotions, which is the Ace of Cups. And look how beautiful this card is. I mean, come on. New beginnings, but also having a lot of love for yourself, being able to offer yourself a new kind of love and other people as well. And just having your heart open enough that you're open to new experiences emotionally. 9 of Pentacles. I mean, and we have to talk about the 8 of Pentacles. You have the 8 and the 9. And look how gorgeous they are. Look how beautiful these cards are. Both of these, you know, Pentacles speak of, this is materials, but it's Pentacles. Pentacles speak of the material world, the day-to-day stuff, the very concrete material things that we have in our life, or career, or achievements, or money, all that type of stuff, okay? And these are great cards of both of these things, okay? So 8 of Pentacles is a card that speaks of working hard, but having a vision for that hard work. You know, it's about having a plan, developing your craft, working hard to kind of shape up and build up your skills and your place in whatever industry you may be in, or just advancing your career. And it is plain old hard work, and that is difficult, but it's not so hard because you have a vision, you have a purpose, you feel like you have found your vocation, whatever field you're in, it just feels right, okay? It's what you want, and your efforts will definitely, you'll definitely be rewarded for it eventually with the 9 of Pentacles, which is the natural evolution from the 8 to the 9 in the tarot. And the 9 is about achievement, okay? The 9 of Pentacles is kind of like having it all, and it's a card of success, of victory, of personal recognition. The 9 of Pentacles is a card of like when you've been working on your craft and in your field for a long time, and now you're doing amazing thing. You are really respected in your field or at your job. You earn a really good amount of money. You have achieved a great stability for yourself that you've given yourself, and you are well respected, well recognized in your field. You're doing new things that people are applauding you for, maybe even like getting an award or special recognition. This is what this card is about, okay? So you can see how beautiful this is. And you also notice how I'm putting these back upwards when I'm putting them back on the table. That's to help you unlock this energy as well, faster. Okay, last but not least, the Strength card. And I love this card for you. I mean, I love this card in general. It's usually a pretty great card, but it just ties up beautifully every single thing that we've been talking about, which is integrating the shadow to your light. This card here, the woman, it's pretty much always represented with like a woman or a human and then a lion. And essentially what it means and what it represents is that we have both this kind of, the woman or the human represents this light side of us, the side that is socially acceptable, that we like about ourselves, that is conscious and that is logical and thinks things through, you know, that type of stuff. And the lion, or otherwise animal, but usually it's a lion, speaks of our primal, instinctive, intuitive, animalistic side, or subconscious mind. And a lot of people reject this part of themselves. And I think you've done this in the past as well. Because it's intense. Because we feel like it's ugly. We feel like we have to reject it. We feel like it threatens our stability and our ability to be loved and our ability to be accepted by our community. Or either we reject it and repress it, suppress it completely, or we try to tame it forcefully and make it obey us. But that is just violent. And the Strength card is about a natural, friendly, respectful relationship between the light side of ourselves and the dark part of ourselves, not rejecting anything anymore and integrating both of them harmoniously, accepting both of them harmoniously within ourselves, and therefore becoming so much more empowered and not feeling like we are our own worst enemy anymore. And we've been talking about this, integrating the shadow. Yes, just amazing. I love this. That's a great way to finish off the tarot. We're also going to finish off quickly with some oracle cards for you. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm not surprised to see this. Some parting love messages for Virgo, please. That was the third card that came out, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna take it. It was like, yeah, bitch, take me. I said I'm here. Yeah, I saw this card when shuffling, so I'm not surprised. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Oh my god. What have I been saying? And I genuinely think that the reason why I talked so much about the archetypes of Taurus and Scorpio is because of the eclipses. Even if you don't have Taurus or Scorpio placements in your chart, there's something about the eclipses. Those that have happened in the past and those that are upcoming right now. And we're gonna get some again, okay? If you can look up the dates if you'd like. Yeah, it's just because essentially the eclipses, they're happening for everybody, by the way, in the same signs. It's not about your own natal chart. They just might be happening in different places in each person's chart and showing up differently because of that. But the overall theme is we're exploring in depth the archetypes, the shadow sides, and the lessons of the archetypes of Taurus and Scorpio. And there are big changes and really intense things happening to us surrounding all of this, but it's all meant to be, and we're meant to be becoming wiser. And so many of the things that we've talked about today are connected to this axis in astrology, okay? And the reason I'm talking so much about it and that I know so much about it is because I am an astrologer. Okay, so honestly, if you want like a reading about this, like feel free to reach out. If you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, community, yes. And yeah, if you're not into astrology, like this might be a sign to start studying it a bit to get to know yourself better, because like, I mean, it's a powerful tool for you. There's a reason why we've been talking about it all this time. Yes, I think this is what you are currently experiencing or have been experiencing recently. Rock bottom, cracked open, surrender to the alchemy of life. Yes, you see how we have surrender so many times? Okay, let's get to see the cards that actually came out. The Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. This also happened. You let out your anger. I think you might have even lashed out with your ex or people in your life, and you usually don't do this. You usually have better self-control, which is what you call it, but it was more like repressing your anger, because there's a way to express your anger that is kind of healthy and productive for you. And people were like, whoa, what the hell? And it kind of broke apart some relationships that you had just because of this one fuck up, is what you would call it. Okay, but that's not exactly what it was. But we have breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Beautiful. Understanding that and accepting that, recognizing that the universe does have your best interests at heart, even if you are feeling kind of like shit right now. I'm sorry. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. Yes, that could be necessary. And your healing process and the process of moving forward to yourself first, maybe to this special person that we talked about, maybe to people you've heard in the past. You will know what this means for you and who this is talking about, okay? If you had a specific person come up in your mind when I showed this card, then that's a sign. And last but not least, Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Okay, yes, so Horus, which is an Egyptian god, is one of your spirit guides and is watching over you specifically at this time. You can call upon him for help, for direction, for advice, for clarity. Okay, he will come to you. If you've been seeing the Eye of Horus a lot recently, that's definitely a sign or confirmation, okay? That's definitely how he shows up for you. I'm also getting like gold is also like a sign that he's there right now for you. And he's helping you, providing you protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So trust that you are safe and protected, because you are. Okay, my beautiful Virgos, that's going to be it for you today. I hope that was insightful. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you can let me know by liking this video, commenting down below. I love connecting with you. You can just subscribe to the channel if that's not done already, if you'd like to keep up with what I do. And if you do so, there's an even higher likelihood that my next readings will be for you, because you'll be part of my energetic collective that I channel for when I do these readings. So if you'd like to thank me and support me monetarily, you can send tips and donations to the link down below. Okay, all the links will be down below in the comments and description of the video. And as I said before, I'm also an astrologer, and I'm also a life coach in addition to being a tarot reader and a channeler. So you can book all those kinds of readings, channel readings, readings a bit like this, astrology readings, coaching. You can book all of that with me as well. I will leave my link for bookings down below. You can check that out if you're interested. But either way, thank you for being here. Also share my channel with people that you think might enjoy this. That also helps me out a lot. Thank you for being here. I'm sending you lots of love. Okay, I see you, holding space for you. And I will see you next time. Bye!